The president arrived here in Palm Beach a short time ago to meet with the Chinese leader Xi Jinping. But however consequential that relationship, top of the agenda now is calibrating a response to the Syrian sarin gas outrage. Aboard Air Force One en route here, Trump said Assad should pay a price.
I think what happened in Syria is a disgrace to humanity. And he's there, and I guess he's running things, so something should happen.
And the US Secretary of State, Rex Tillerson, at a hastily arranged press event, made clear that response might include a military dimension.
We are considering an appropriate response for this chemical weapons attack, which violates all previous UN resolutions, violates international norms and long-held agreements between parties, including the Syrian regime. It's a serious matter. It requires a serious response.
What has so dramatically changed the mood in the White House is not so much the fact of a chemical attack. There have been many of those on the Syrian battlefield, but the powerful images that Trump has seen on television. They include this father, Abdel Hamid al-Youssef, holding his twins. Both of them, along with other family members, were victims of the bombing. And today more pictures have been released of children recuperating in hospital, as doctors fight to keep the death toll from rising still further. In Damascus, though, the Syrian government has denied any involvement.
Al-Nusra Front and ISIS and other organizations continued to store chemical weapons in urban and residential areas.
But in Moscow there was a sign of some wavering in the Kremlin's support for Assad.
I don't think it's correct to say about unconditional support. Unconditional support is not possible in the current world.
The Americans attacking Syria in any punishment strike is enormously complex, because on the ground are not just government and rebel forces, but Russian military assets as well. Would Moscow mobilize its warplanes and its air defense systems against a US missile strike in order to protect the Assad regime? Trump is the reluctant commander-in-chief, having campaigned to avoid being sucked into Middle Eastern conflicts. He is being briefed shortly by his Secretary of Defense, Jim Mattis. But any attack ordered by Trump would be an extraordinary reversal. When Obama contemplated a similar action in 2013, Trump tweeted, "The only reason President Obama wants to attack Syria is to save face over his very dumb red line statement. Do not attack Syria. Fix USA." Now America is back where it was in 2013, contemplating a military assault that somehow punishes the regime without being dragged into the quagmire.